Oh, how the heck are you? Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. We need P2P shirts made for the team. Yeah, the 9:15 a.m. crew, huh? Let's see who we got in here. Shaky Moses, Mustang Polly, John. Good morning. Oh, we got some big news announcements this week. Well, I adjust my mic, which means it's probably going to cut out. Greetings from Finland. Ray, good morning to you. Or it's probably not morning there, but how'd you do? It is Tuesday. Tuesday typically expands the range of Monday. Some of these pairs have already done that. 8:30, we had the core retail sales. No more news on the calendar. Let's get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're doing well. Here's the news calendar. And surely new people will pop in later in the stream and say, Cam, there's news at 10. And I'm going to be like, yo, I checked it, I swear. Look, there it is. All right. Great. Just a reminder, this is not financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education, informational purposes only, without any express or implied word of any kind, including words of actions, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. Please feel free to pause the stream or read through this. Great. NASDAQ, as always. Mustang, you like the Russell inside day. All right, we'll look at it. Market go up. Market go up for a long time. Market continue to go higher. Keeps on going vertical to the upside. Love it. Love to see it. Blue skies, I think. I think we're at like all-time highs, right? Yeah. Just going up, up, up and away. We've got some pretty big news announcements tomorrow, though. Tomorrow afternoon, which is, I'm going to tell you all now, and I'll probably tell you later on as well. I will not be trading tomorrow because it is FOMC, and I do not trade morning session on FOMC days. Okay, so NASDAQ, what can I be looking for? Well, we broke out at the beginning of the day. We've had more than 3 days of breakouts. And as we continue to go up and break out and go higher, we have a clean break, a higher low, space to fall through to get back down to the level. And on the day itself, we have made higher highs and higher lows. And then we have came back down and made a lower low. So this is the setup that I will be looking for. We have broken down, we have made a lower low, we have popped back up, and a few pushes. Marlon, good morning. Does that mean it's going down? No. Does that mean I should look for my playbook opportunity to take the short back to previous day's high? Or maybe even closing price? Yeah. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. All right, this was yesterday's close. So I'm going to stick that up there. If I take this trade, it will look something maybe about like this. And then I will take it back to here or down to over yonder. Okay, US 30. US 30, this is a very clean pattern. It was a very clean pattern the gap time going into the session. The reason I say that is because we've had a breakout day. We've had a first red day. We've had a day that triggered previous day's low and made a lower low. So this would be like day one, day two. And then coming into the third day. This would be an instance where you have a higher high. It's broken down and started making lower lows in a market that has already potentially broken down, making lower lows. And then it went into that parabolic coiling pattern, which is just a descending triangle, and gone vertical. Now, this is usually where we're trying to get into this style of pattern, which is This is the breakdown in the first pullback, but into the consolidation, and this is in the second pullback, which is still good. That's usually where I'm trying to get in. There's even a breakout fake out bar, which I would trade one tick below that bar, entering in short. Does that help us for today? I don't know. I don't think I want to speculate too much on this. We did have a breakout last week, which is this one here, and I think that might have been a previous week's level. Let me double check. Please don't yell at me. Yeah, so that's what happened. So we had a previous week's high broken out of, and we're just resting on top of that now. So that's what's going on here. Breakouts tend to fail. Breakout, pullback, trend, breakout, fail, and reverse. So we've had a breakout. Currently right now, it seems to be doing okay. What template am I in? What template should I be looking for? We did have a green day yesterday. It was an up-close bar. We've dumped it. We had a peak formation low put in place, the low of the current week. Spiked up, spiked down. So I don't know. Maybe that's what I should be looking for. I don't think I'm going to speculate too much on US 30. I don't really know. All right, because we have this one over here. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that I'm paying attention to everything. We got first red. We've got the wrong. Wrong. I'm going to click that one there. We have the inside bar, leading us almost immediately into a first green, which then just becomes high in place, low in place, and then now we're consolidating in the middle. I think that's a more accurate depiction of what we're looking at. Also, that's going to put, since we've triggered the low, could be setting some money up here at the high. But of course, that's not guaranteed. So we'll see. Already broken down for the day. Gold. Gold has 1, 2. Today is the third day now of breakouts. We've triggered previous week's levels as of yesterday. We've broken out to the upside. And they broke out and they've already pulled back to the high. I don't think I really have a setup on gold. Although this is very nice. Hold on. Let me double check. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Today's the third day of breakouts. Everything will range before FOMC. I agree, Shaky. I feel like all of this speaking that I'm doing is probably just, doing my best to analyze the day just for good practice, for good measure, and seeing if there is a setup that can be taken. But the likelihood of them consolidating into FOMC is very high. Or at least making a large range and then slowly coiling and tightening that range. But that's not guaranteed, so I'll keep watching. We'll keep looking. Higher highs and higher lows. It has not broken down yet. We have not broken down and made lower lows. So I don't know. 9:24, we've got 6 minutes. Russell, wow. Okay, so the Russell was an inside bar yesterday. We had a first red day on Friday. Similar to the US 30, except they did not trigger the previous day's low on this one. They created an inside bar into a double inside bar. And then we've triggered the previous day's high today. It came back down and broke and made a lower low. Unfortunately, that lower low that was created is a little too late or too early, excuse me. So normally when I see a break of a low, I look for the first pullback, leg 1, leg 2, leg 3. And on the break back down is where I'm trying to get in, right? So we have a breakdown, we have a sideways bar, a continuation. They start allowing shorts to make money. That's usually where I'm going to try and get in. Not to say that I can't get in again or more. We're in the second pullback. And we're at closing price. Let's see here. Five minutes to go to the open. Oil. What a move. It's kind of a shame. Yesterday, the trade that I was in, it was very choppy to get there, but it did end up making that full expansion. Almost to the tick. We had some participants yesterday saying this was a terrible trade. I'm going to heavily disagree. Now, I can't predict the future, and it was a little choppy. But I still think the setup was very valid. Unfortunately, got stopped out at break even before it did this. But still, I think it's a pretty good trade. Now, today. What can we expect today? What am I looking for today? I don't know. Let's see. We had a first screen. Yesterday was an inside bar. And we've gone back to the high of last week. I believe this is the first triggering of the high. Or it could be. But we've been going down for a bit. We had a week back over here, which I don't think it quite closed in breakout, but it was trying, right? So this is probably the higher high week over here, where they put in the high, which means whenever the high gets put in place, what do we know about price and how the market tends to move? Oh, we're capable of going higher. We might be able to go up, but we just want to make sure, right? We just want to make sure that the market that's the direction that it's willing to go. So let's go back down and try and go lower first. Okay, so we've tried to go lower. All right, so we were capable of going up. We're not really capable of going any lower. So where's it going to go? The only place it can. Let's go back and try and go higher again. So that's probably what is taking place right now. But that's, of course, a bit of thought process and speculation, not necessarily objective truth and fact. We're back up at the previous week's high. That's what I know. That is what I know to be true. And we're at levels. I think that's it. I think, Marlon, you said it. You nailed it right on the head. I think that NQ, NASDAQ is probably going to be best bet. I actually wouldn't mind watching oil just because we're at a previous week's level and we've already gone fairly wide range for the day. So maybe a decent session scalp. But I do think that the NASDAQ is going to be my best bet. Well, how's everyone doing on this fine Tuesday morning? Or afternoon, depending on where you are. I'm having a good day. I woke up kind of early. Been just kind of hanging out. I worked out yesterday. First time in actually probably about a week. I was feeling mighty disgusting with myself. Holy cow. What is NQ doing, huh? Like spiked back up real high and then... Oh no. Are they smoking the shorts real quick? Or are they going to actually follow through? tipsy. I mean, it certainly seems that way, right? How big is this range? A 19-point range. I don't know. It feels kind of strange. I have no orders in. I have not entered anything, but I'm thinking about it. I'm just trying to decide whether or not this is actually worth entering in on. If this is the right time. Or if I should just hang on for a bit. I'm in a very small position size short. We're just going to take a look and see. And like I said, my target will be previous day's high if it does follow through. Yeah, that's what I've done as well, Shaky. I'm in on my smallest size. I do think that I would be willing to size in as long as we don't get a strong, because we've had a breakdown, lower low, 3 pushes back up, and an engulfment going lower. I just want to see it follow through before I decide, because we're very close to the open, which is usually kind of scary. But I do like the setup. According to my playbook, I should be taking the setup, and therefore, I shall take the setup. Oh yeah, we're in big now. I'm pulling a little bit off. We're just hovering right above it. And I'm going to take a little bit more off. It hurts. It hurts to hold. All right, we're out. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. No, I'm just kidding. That was over and done with. Over and done with. No. Marlon, here, I'm gonna show you all a little something real quick. And I've showed you all before. Actually, I think I need to find it. Oh, it hurts. I'm gonna have to find it. Hold on. Where I've put it somewhere. And let's see here. I took it off my my desktop for some reason. I'm being a silly goose, I guess. Where's this thing at? Lord have mercy. Where did it go? I was trying to find my playbook. Anyways, you know what? I don't even need it. We're just gonna do it right here on the screen. Okay, I'm gonna blow this up. Everybody can see. Market's been going up, number one. Whenever the setup shows up, I talk about it a lot. It doesn't always work out because there's other factors that play into it. And sometimes it's just not set up well. Sometimes the trade is just not overextended enough. The NASDAQ is at all-time highs. And when it's been going up now, right, for some time. We've been going up for a little bit. Even back, over here, we've been going up. We've been going up. We've been going up. We came back down a little bit. We kind of consolidated. We've gone up again. And it just keeps going, right? And that's great. I love that. And I think the trend is your friend until the end. But there are specific setups, occurrences in the market when they show up. There's a higher probability of success. And this is one of those times. And you all have seen me talk about this setup over and over again. And I don't take it over and over again. And it finally has played out. And this was a good one. So we've had multiple weeks of upwards movement. We've had 3 days of breakouts in one direction. After that has happened, we have had a breakout early in the day and 3 sessions outside of the previous day's high. We have gone up to a high, put in a high, put in a low. There's a high and there's a low. We have broken down to a lower low and pulled back into the beginning of 930. All of those factors is what makes this setup good. We have base, we have space, we have ramped order flow, which could signal or potentially allow for the move to fall through that very quickly. That is something that I learned from Stacey Burke, obviously. He talked about the ramping volume and the move collapsing through that area very quickly. Fantastic tip. Something to note, something to see. All right. Previous day's high being the target. Very playbook, very clean. This is a picture-worthy day. Very happy with that. All right, how did I get in? Let's see, which bar did I get in on? 5-minute chart. Let's see, 1-minute chart. Oh, I shorted an up-close candle. That's what I did. This bar right here. This is the bar that I got in on. I added into my position right here. And that's where around you heard me say, well, we're in big now. Because I added in quite aggressively. Sell stops, hold. Got out a little bit in this bar here. And then I got it out the rest down here at previous day's high. Or just above. Over and done with. What is that? 1, 2 minutes? 3 minutes, really? Easy. When it plays out that good, it's good. Just grab it, walk away. I took short on... Nice. Let's see. What did Russell do? Shoe buddy. Shoe buddy. Nipsey. Beautiful. First red, inside, trigger the high, going back for the low, going back for the money. With the lower low as well. Oh, no. Shaker. Oh, no. That's dirty. That is very dirty. Let's see. What did oil end up doing? Anything interesting? Not yet. It could, though. But probably not interesting enough for me to take it. Ladies and gentlemen of the P2P live stream, there is absolutely no reason. We've been in here for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, probably about 30 minutes, just about. So a very, very short stream for me. But when it's there, it's there. And I've already taken my trade. So I don't want to sit here and speculate and tell you all that, oh, maybe I'm looking for something else, or I'm not. I've taken a very good trade that has made up for a lot of missed days. By missed days, I just mean there really was not much of a setup. But that was a very good setup. And that's one of the ones that I have dictated as a higher quality opportunity. And I traded it accordingly. So, I will see you all, not tomorrow, because tomorrow is FOMC, and I don't trade FOMC or on FOMC days. So I will see you Thursday. Bright-eyed in the morning. 9:15 a.m. Eastern time, ready to go, ready to trade. I'm going to work out. I'm going to get some food in my body. You all have a good day. Bye-bye.